everybody. Welcome to our Kids Connect podcast. I am Gina Beal, our Director of Children's Ministries, and I'm here with Sean.
Hello and happy summer. School's out. Summer vacation is underway. We're glad you're back to visit with us.
Yes, and we are full steam summer mode. We've got VBS. I have to say, I'm already thinking about next year. Like, what are we going to do next year? It's always on to the next thing. So from VBS, we'll go on to our fun summer Sundays.
So Summer Sunday Fun Days just kind of evolved as something that we wanted to let kids extend the fun of VBS. Kids have so much fun for that 1 week, but we thought, well, what if the whole summer was exciting and something different around each corner? And we know lots of families are vacationing, lots of families are in and out of town, but we came up with Sunday Fun Days as something that kids could just pop in and join us whenever you're in town. Each week will be a standalone kind of theme. We've done some great fun dress-up days in the past, everything from Star Wars to Pirates to, I don't know, you name it, we've done it.
Pancakes and pajamas.
Yes, we loved the pancakes and pajamas that we did last year, but the kids get super excited. We're going to kick all that off after Bible school's over, starting on June 23rd. We'll have a series of Sunday Fun Days. Our first one is going to be Pizza Party, so we're going to have some fun with pizza activities. We're going to learn a little bit about how pizza is a little bit like prayer. How can we think of prayer as a pizza with the different parts and pieces? And so the thing about Sunday Fun Days is each one is separate. Like I said, if you miss one, you come back for the next week. They stand alone. And each one, while it's not our typical Sunday school structure that we run during the school year, each one does have a Bible story component. And so I'll do a little devotional with the kids to help them think about our theme for the day and what God is telling us through that particular Bible study. So, we've got lots of things on the calendar, everything from, we're going to have a roller coaster day because we all know that life has its ups and downs and twists and turns. We know that as adults, but it's something that kids can grasp onto too. So we're going to have some fun with that. And this is a big Olympic summer. So we're going to have our own Olympics. And of course, it has to be a little bit silly. So we're going to have some wacky Olympics. And we're going to have a gross Sunday Fun Day and talk about some of the more gross things in the Bible, but have a little fun with some gross and yucky things. And we're going to wrap it all up even with a Minecraft Sunday. So we're super excited about all the things that kids can come and do. And we just hope if you're in town, you'll come and join us.
And on top of the Sunday Fun Days, we also have our Wacky Wednesdays in July. Some summers we get in 3, some summers we only get on 1. This summer we're going to have 2, and our Wacky Wednesdays are for 2nd through 5th graders. So it's kind of like a one-day VBS where we'll pick a movie, we have fun activities, we tie our lunch in around it, they'll have crafts and games, and it's super fun. And we have the kids from 10 to 2. So our first one is going to be July 17th. We're going to be doing Trolls World Tour. Several years ago we did Trolls, and now we'll have the Trolls World Tour. It looks really fun. And then on July 31st, we're going to do the movie Leo. I think this is a great one if you haven't seen it yet. For the kids getting ready to go back to school, it's a really sweet story about a class pet that helps the kids with some anxiety and feelings of self-doubt and gives them some really great life advice. So I really like this one too. So it'll be fun. So July 17th, we'll have the Trolls World Tour and all things rainbow and fun trolls. And then July 31st will be Leo, getting ready for back to school because at that point it's just around the corner. Where are the days where school starts after September? When I was a kid, it was after Labor Day, and now it's the middle of August.
So we know you're looking for some things to keep your kiddos excited and engaged and having fun over the summer. But we also know that sometimes parents love to have a little break too from all the summer fun. So just check out our information. We've got cards available in the children's wing that you can pick up to stick on your refrigerator with a little magnet. Those kids will not let you forget when those fun days are, so that they can come hang out with their friends at church and have some extra summer fun. Of course, in the children's world, we know, Gina, that the fun really never ends. Summer fun is one kind of fun, but every week brings its own kind of fun in the children's world. Kids really shoot from the hip and they tell things like it is. So we love working with our kiddos all year round.
We're just big kids ourselves, so we got to keep the fun going for us as much as for the kids. But at some point, summer must end and we will have back to school. Kids are sad and parents are glad. So our back to school Sunday this year, really there's kind of 2 Sundays for us. So August 11th will be our big back to school celebration at the church. We'll have our blessing of the backpacks that day. So kids, students, educators of all ages are encouraged to bring their backpacks or book bags or computer bags, whatever you have, so that we can bless you and send everybody off to have a good school year. And that's for kids and teachers alike, because we all know that teachers need twice as many blessings as the kids. And then on August 18th, that will be our actual first day of Sunday school in the children's area. So we will kick off our curriculum and we'll be back to our traditional schedule and our Sunday school lessons on that day. And for Sunday school, we need awesome adult volunteers to be in there with the kids. So we have great support from our childcare staff, but really there's no replacement for parents and educators and others that really just love leading kids. You don't have to have any teaching experience. We will have trainings to get you coached up on what you need to know, but really, I say it all the time, all you need is to love kids and love Jesus, and we're going to help you with the rest. So we work really hard to get all the supplies ready. So all we really require of our leaders is to look over the lessons sometime during the week or the night before, and then just be ready to be with the kids and answer some of their fun questions too. So we have teams for each age group or our volunteers. So with those teams, you can teach as often as you want. Some volunteers like to be here every week and, get to build those relationships with the kids. And some once a month works better for your schedule. And that's perfect. That's why we put these teams together so that you can be there for one another. You could take one Sunday a month and then you've got built-in subs for your team. So if your plans change and you can't be there, you've got someone on your team that can come cover for you. We prepare the lessons. We send those out to our volunteers during the weeks. You'll have that, at least by the Wednesday before your teaching Sunday. And then when you come on Sunday morning, we have a leader gathering time where you can drop off your kids and then just come exhale for a minute and prepare your heart and your mind for the lesson. And we will go over any announcements or any special things you need to know for that morning. And we have coffee and breakfast items just to kind of get yourself ready. Just center yourself before you're ready to greet your kids in your classrooms. We use safe gatherings here at the church for the protection of our children and our volunteers. And with safe gatherings, we always have 2 adults in every room. So if you're volunteering and leading, you're never by yourself. Always have either a volunteer partner or one of our awesome childcare workers to be there with you to support you. So you never have to feel like you're alone. And we as staff are here to answer questions and really make your life as easy as possible, because really being with the kids is fun. The kids want to have fun. They want to get to know you too. So those relationships are really important. And once you spent that time with the kids, when you see them in the grocery store, they look at you, and I get it all the time. Miss Gina, what are you doing here? I'm like, well, every once in a while, they do let me out of the church to go to Target or H-E-B, just like you. Some leaders like particular age groups, and like my husband, when our boys were little, he always wanted the 2-year-olds. He said, I don't want any kids older than that, because once they get older, they start asking the hard questions. So he would always just stay with the 2-year-olds every year and have a fresh group of those, and he could bring his guitar and play and sing songs for him, and we would be out having dinner somewhere, and some little 2-year-old would say, Mr. Quag, Mr. Quag. And he would just light up. Such a good feeling. And then I have other leaders that they'll come in with a young group, a 3 or a 4-year-old class, and they get to know those kids and they don't want to leave them. So they stay with them all the way through 5th grade. And a couple have even gone on, to junior high. They just get attached to that particular group of kids and they don't want to leave them. So whether you have a favorite age group, it doesn't necessarily have to be with your child's age group. Some parents would rather be with a different age group. They just want to break from their own kids. And so really there's space for all of that. There's space to have a favorite age group. There's space to get attached to a group and move up with them, and to teach your own children, to not teach your own children. And just know that we work really hard throughout the week to make it super easy and fun, because it should be fun, both for the kids and for you, along with the learning, because learning can be fun. And as an adult doing the children's stories, Sean and I both, we learned so much. You may know a story your whole life, and then once you start teaching it, you discover new things that you really didn't know before. And to me, that's one of the best parts of teaching children, is you really break it down to digestible parts that they can understand. But for me, it helps me to digest and know the story better myself. So
well, and I think there's something about looking at the scripture through a kid's eyes, through that lens, and like you said, really stripping it back to what is the message God is trying to tell us through this particular Bible story. When you lead that, when you jump in alongside with the kids, there's such a blessing there. And I've heard it time and time again from different volunteers that jump in to help, with the children's ministry, when they look at the lesson and they really look look at it from the kids' point of view, what a blessing they receive. And I say it for myself too. When you teach Sunday school and when you lead it, you get as much or sometimes more of a blessing than the kids that you work with and interact with. And there's just something great about that, helping them make the connections and understand how big our God is.
And what a blessing to be able to lay that foundation in the kids. George Barna says that by the time kids are 13, they've basically formed their ideas and their belief systems. So the time that we have with the kids when they're little to help them form their faith and to understand God is such an important time. So it's an honor to be able to have a part in the children's spiritual life and their faith journey. So if you would like more information on volunteering in children's ministries, or even if you're ready to sign up, if you go to the webpage at ahumc.org/children and scroll down, there's a section about volunteering. You can click on that link and it will send a message to me and let me know that you're either ready to volunteer or if you just have questions, I'm happy to answer any of your questions. And then more information to come as we'll have training days. I'll have 2 different training dates for volunteers to get you all coached up on everything that you need to know.
And if you haven't checked out our new webpage, speaking of website, our new children's webpage has been refreshed and it is awesome. It is so easy to navigate and find all the information that you need. And there is a spot on there to sign up for our newsletter. And getting the kids' newsletter is really the best way to find out what's happening. We'll have all these dates for the summer. So if you want to find out more about our summer Sunday Fun Days and the Wacky Wednesdays, you can find it all right there to just get involved and bring your kiddos. And we hope you all will come join us for the summer fun. We're having lots of fun and we just want you to be a part. So we appreciate you listening in today and hope you have a happy and safe summer with your families together. And we look forward to seeing you.
Happy summer. Thanks for listening.
See you next time.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Kids Connect. Don't forget to follow or subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss a single episode. If you have any questions, email us at podcasts@ahumc.org. That's podcasts@ahumc.org. You can also visit our website, ahumc.org, anytime. Any related links are also in this episode's show notes. Again, thank you so much for being a listener. We truly appreciate your time.